Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Banner Rider. Today we're testing out the Piaggio 3-wheeler MP3 500 with 44 horsepower and 47 Newton meters. So that's a pretty big beast. And I already noticed in the German video that it feels a little bit different than the MP3 300. Maybe because of the massive amount of weight that it's on it, I don't know. The seating compartment, the trunk space is not really that much bigger, little bit bigger, but not that much bigger than the 300. So, and the power in the city, the 300 is enough for me. The 500, okay, can go up to 160, 65 kilometers an hour, I've heard. The wind protection I tried already is not that good, as usual. I will show you the instrument panel now quickly. The handlebars first. So this is the left high beam, low beam, blinker switch, horn, hazard light, and here we have the kill switch, the stabilization switch, mode switch, and the ignition switch. Here we have all other switches here for traction control, opening the trunk, and this is for the reverse here. This one has a reverse, and here are the display. Here's the display. We have the speedometer on the left with fuel, in the middle multifunction, on the right the RPM rev counter and the engine temperature. We can switch all this with a mode switch. We have 3 different settings. There's remaining mileage here. We have the voltage of the battery. And we have the fuel consumption and average fuel consumption, I think. And then you can switch to trip A and B mode. We can do this with these buttons, or we double press the mode button. Then we have trip A and trip B, and we can switch like time, average, the maximum speed we did in this trip A, you know, until we reset it. We can go into trip B. We can go back to the normal. 845 is the odometer reading. So we can open up the trunk here. We have a parking brake here. We have a coat hanger actually. And we have a brake pedal on this side, on the other side. So the seat is fairly heavy. And we have apparently with the lateral, we can put two full-size helmets sideways into the trunk. And yeah, that's about it. It's not really that huge compared to the Tri-City 300 or X-Max 300. I think it's smaller. The Tri-City is bigger. It has ABS, it has traction control, and unfortunately it does not have LED front lights, only daytime running lights, which are in LED. So. Yeah, that's about it. I will swing my butt back on the bike, on the scooter, and then we'll go back to the dealer for a little test ride. Actually, another thing, a good practical thing is we have a cubby hole here. We can put your cell phone here. It's fairly large actually, and we have a USB connection here. So that is good, practical. You cannot lock it, however. There are no cubby holes in the front here, unfortunately. And this is the advanced version, the most expensive version from the MP3. I think it costs like 12,000 euro or something with a reverse gear. And that's about it. I will get back my helmet and then we'll drive or ride back to the dealer. Yeah, so we're back here with a helmet camera. And I'm going back to the dealer now. And a little bit on the highway to show you what it's like. And again, we have to hurry because time is running fast when you're having fun, right? So let's get back. This is very high. Apparently the seat height is 790 millimeters. I'm not sure if it's true because it always feels on these scooters a lot higher. So let's start it up. You can switch it to eco mode actually if you press the ignition switch. Okay, now it doesn't want to work because before it actually showed eco, so it has two riding modes, eco and normal. So let's get back to the dealer. It has, as I said, traction control and ABS. So stabilization is on. As you can see at the moment, I don't have any other side stand or whatever. Let's release the parking brake here. And let's go back. Yeah. So. Yeah, it feels kind of strange actually. The other one, the MP3, I tried the MP3 300. And it felt different and better to me, I think. This feels really, it feels a lot bigger. It is a little bit bigger physically, and of course the engine as well. Maybe good for longer trips, but I don't like the seating position on this one here. It is too short, everything is too short for me, although I'm only 175. Okay, I mean, it is acceptable, but it is different to the other scooters that I've tried, or the other three-wheelers. So these 47 Newton meter I don't really feel, to be honest. It does not feel more powerful than my CB500X, for example, but that's what it says on paper. I have the impression that the MP3 300, which I tried, you can actually see the video here, that I tried 2 weeks ago, also has stronger brakes. Maybe they're not adjusted correctly, you know, everything is very, I guess, subjective, because you get on this and this. I don't know what the maintenance is on this one, on the other one, but the other one, the foot pedal felt much better, and very, very strong brakes. Here you really have to push it hard. This is just my impressions, you know. And once again, I want to stress that this is really just my impressions. I want to give you an idea what it feels like to ride this three-wheeler. So don't go easy on me in the comments, yeah. In general, if I had to decide, and even if I had money or no money, whatever, at the moment I would prefer the little one, the 300 from the same series, because this just to me does not really feel that agile, sporty, nice, small as the other one. Although it's supposed to have bigger engine and supposed to be bigger and better, but not always bigger and better is better, right? So maximum power now. Yeah, pretty easy to get on the 100. Pretty easy to get on the 100. Wind protection on the sides is very bad, but I don't want to complain about windscreens, wind protections anymore, because usually they're quite crappy. The protection from the front here is pretty good, because it goes basically almost all the way up to my helmet, upper helmet. So I'm not really complain about that, but the sides, you know, naturally is not really good. Side wind protection. The power when you're going on higher speeds also is not really that much more powerful than you actually think. You know, you think, oh, okay, 47 Newton meters and stuff like that. No. Yeah, these are my impressions since I kind of test rode these two, the 300 and the the 500 side by side. I was actually thinking for a moment, should I be speaking German or English, because I did the other video. No, I did the German video, now I have to do the English, so everything is correct. Yeah, it's a very big scooter for a very big price, I think. And if I had to decide between the three-wheelers, you know, they're like big three-wheelers, the Peugeot Metropolis, around 8,000–9,000 euro. Then we have now the Tri-City 300, which is 8,000. And these two Piaggios, or three Piaggios they have. I think they also have a 350. I don't know if that's available in all of the countries. Haven't seen it here though. From Piaggio, I would definitely select the 300. First, of course, price, then agility. It feels somehow better, you know. This feels kind of big, and not really necessarily better. Yeah, it's pretty windy again here today, so as I said, I'm not going to complain really that much more about these windscreens, because for me they're all not really very much helpful. But that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, in the cornering, in the corners, the other one felt better, to be honest. This feels kind of clunky and big, and I mean, it's bigger, I know. From the power also, I think the 300 would be sufficient for our roads here, which can go up to 120 kilometers an hour. For this I don't need something that goes up to 150, 160 like this one here, but it's not really going easily up to the speed. Here's a speed trap somewhere on this one. I think that's why everybody's going slower. So I have to open up my helmet a little bit. I'm sorry, but it's really hot again today. Whew. So yeah, my verdict, I can almost say already, I mean, for me personally, you know, I test rode the 3 and the 500 in a row. I guess I would select the 300, not just because of the price, but because it felt better somehow. I don't know. Handling, the seating position, it felt a little bit better. I don't know if we can go to the right here. Maybe we can pass the truck, although we're not really supposed to do that. Let's do this. But we're in Spain, right? So nobody really cares that much. Oh, I think I have to take a right here as well. I have to go back into the city now. Yeah, you shouldn't push both pedals, definitely not. Also in the curves it feels kind of strange, this mechanism. Maybe it should be serviced, I don't know. Or maybe it's just what it is, you know. Yeah, the stabilization also very good on this one here, as you can see. The traction control seems to be working. On the other one it was constantly on, I couldn't turn it off, so I think that also needed to be serviced. Anyways, the advantage of this big thing is that it has a reverse. I haven't tried it out yet though, to be honest. Only the dealer showed it to me. Yeah, in the city definitely you're the first with this. Yeah, so my verdict, I said it already, I think. 300 or 500, if somebody wants to know the difference, you know the difference already since it's a power, but still, to me personally, I would prefer the 300. It's more agile. And yeah, the trunk space could be a bit bigger on the 300. The cheapest version, I think, is almost 7,000 euros, 6,800 something on the 300. On this one, the cheapest I think is 9,000. So it's a little bit more expensive, and this is of course with this cheapest version, with this 9,000, you don't get the reverse, and you don't get the nice color, you don't get these metal plates here. This is all in the advanced or sport package. So let's go. Yes, so much for the test ride of the MP3 500. Thanks very much for watching. This has been a ride out. Take care. Bye bye.